Faith Salie has a Valentine's Day treat that couldn't be any sweeter.
This time of year, freezing temperatures are nothing unusual in northern Michigan. But there's one kitchen that knows a recipe for keeping warm. Original Murdoch's Fudge has been in operation since 1887, when it first opened its doors on Michigan's Mackinac Island.
Fudge is kind of king in Michigan.
Bob Benzer is now the owner.
I put a little piece of fudge sometimes in my coffee in the morning, a little piece of double chocolate fudge. You get the sugar, the cream.
Genius.
So yeah, cafe mocha type flavor. Fudge is Mackinac Island, synonymous with Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island, between Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas, is the self-proclaimed Fudge Capital of America. The car-free oasis has more than a dozen fudge shops. During the summer, fudge-loving tourists, affectionately called fudgies, flood the island. To meet the demand, each shop can make up to 500 pounds a day. But even when temperatures and tourism cool, fudge remains a hot item.
Fudge seems like a natural fit for Valentine's Day.
We all love chocolates at Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you like fudge?
That appetite for fudge dates back more than a century.
Pour into grease pans and mark off into squares. So definitely sounds like fudge.
Joyce White is a food historian. We met her at the Maryland Center for History and Culture in Baltimore.
Fudge is actually based on a recipe for chocolate caramels, which was very, very similar. What probably happened is that there was someone in Baltimore messed it up, fudged it. Fudge is a word that means you messed up. I fudged it, or I fudged it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we'd use a different F word to say that, right?
Yes, yes.
By 1888, that Baltimore recipe was passed along to a student at Vassar College, then all women, in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Women would make fudge in their dorm rooms, doing something against the rules in the late evenings, and trying to get away with something not condoned in the rule book.
At the same time, men at men's colleges were out carousing.
It was a woman's way of being rebellious, cooking in the dorm at night.
Open flame, after hours.
Absolutely breaking the
nutritious.
rules. Right, breaking every rule in a way that was still considered ladylike.
Ladylike, right.
Yeah.
Soon, so-called Vassar fudge ended up at other women's colleges, even making headlines around the country. Fast forward a century, and the recipe for fudge hasn't changed much. Sugar, milk, butter, and chocolate mixed, poured onto a marble slab, then worked until the mixture solidifies. Here at Original Murdoch's St. Ignace location, veteran fudge maker Carnell Samuels turns the 45-minute process into a 30-pound loaf of fudge.
Down and out, just grab it, so.
Scoop. All right, right here?
There you go. So push. Look at that.
You're a good teacher.
Making fudge is certainly harder than it looks, but if its history has taught us anything, it's that mistakes can be sweet, any way you slice it.